Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at why all Excel data analysts must learn R and how easy it is to learn R or transition to R if you're an Excel data analyst. Stick around till the end of the video and you would have seen an example on how you can easily transition into R. But before we dive right into it, not forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest of data analysis across different technologies. So you might have seen I've made a lot of data analysis video using Excel, Power Query, Python and a few in R as well. So I want to take you across the data science journey or the data analysis journey you must be experiencing as a professional. So using Excel, you might have been using Excel to create different templates to capture your data, to create templates which capture some of your business logic across accounting or different domains, and also you must be performing data analysis on the data capture. Now, but if you want to augment your data analysis skills or boost the scale at which you do data analysis, especially when the data grows, Excel is not such a great tool for that, and for that you need to learn a statistical language like R. You can do your data analysis at scale. The visualizations are hands down better than any other technology. They are industry grade visualizations, and you can use that to tell a story with the data, and it's very easy. Most of all, I cannot stress this more, it's very easy to transition to R if you're an Excel user without even having any programming experience. And then if you want to continue down the journey, you can also learn machine learning using R, and then if you want to build industry grade machine learning models and applications to serve your machine learning models, you can do that in Python. Also, people who know Python can also learn R to improve the way in which they can visualize and do exploratory data analysis on the data as well. So all these three tools come in handy. It's not one to replace the other, but you can use all of them together to augment your data analysis and your data science journey. I hope you have understood the same, and we'll take a look now with an example of how easy it is to transition into R from for Excel users. So let me open the R Studio. You can go to Google and download R and R Studio and install this. Again, installation of R is completely simple. That's why it's even more easy to transition into R first and then Python, because Python you will have to learn some command lines and how to install Jupyter Notebooks. Here the installation is very simple. You can install R and R Studio first, and I've opened the R Studio. I'll make a separate video how to navigate the R Studio, but for now let's see how easy it is to transition. So you can see in my working directory I have the statistical analysis Excel file which I used in my previous video, where I've done statistical analysis and multiple regression using Excel. Do take a look at that. So if I want to work on the same Excel file in R, see, let's take a look on how simple it is. I click on this, I'll say import data set, and this opens up a wizard window which is very similar to Power Query. You can see it has loaded all of the columns. I made a lot of videos on Power Query. You can check that out, and you can see you can set the data type, you can skip the columns, whatever columns you want to capture. Similar the user interface. So very simple. You're dealing with rows and columns which you are familiar with Excel. You can include the first row as names or as headers, similar as we've seen this functionality in Excel and Power Query. So for here I'm going to leave this as default. You can also mention the option for the missing values. I'm going to select the range because you can see these columns I don't require. They are the output of my multiple regression analysis. So I'm going to select only from F1 to F10. So I'm going to enter the range. Again, very similar to Excel commands. So anyone who has been using Excel working with name ranges or ranges, it's very simple. So I'm going to select A1 to F10, and I'm not going to import directly. I'm going to copy this code, because when I paste it in R, you can see that I can rerun this code and save it. I can save all my steps and I can run the code whenever I need. So you can see this has generated my data set for me. I'm going to click on cancel and just copy this code in the R. And then now I just need to hit Control Enter to include to run one by one every line. So I'm going to run that, and I'm going to run this, and you can see it has now loaded this data frame. What you can see here is this arrow shows that the Excel function has been loaded into this variable, and if I which is a data frame, and if I view this variable, hit Control Enter, you can see the rows and columns are loaded here. Again, you can do sorting on different columns as we would do in Excel. Now let's take a look. So this is very similar to a spreadsheet. If I want to do similar functionality like we do in Excel, we call functions. Same functions we can call in R. So say I want the average, so I can call the mean. I can access the data frame. So I can say statistical analysis Excel, and I just need to give the $ and choose which column I want. Again, very similar to Excel. So I'll say on steps per day, and I'm going to hit Control Enter. and you can see it has shown me the mean value. Similarly, if I want to do a histogram on any of the numerical columns, again I'm going to call this, let us see, statistical analysis. I'm going to say, hit the dollar sign and say which column let's take on age. I'm going to hit Control Enter, and you can see my histogram is there. Similarly, if I want to do something more complex, as I said, if you want to scale the data analysis, and something which I can do with only one step, which Excel would take me a lot of steps. Say I want to do scatter plots of all the numerical variables. So I can just click on pairs, one single function, and I'm going to again use the same data frame. Okay, and how to access the rows and columns in the data frame? I use the square brackets, I put a comma, anything before the comma are the rows, and anything after the comma are the columns. So I'm going to select all the rows and columns. I want only the numerical variables for a scatter plot. So I'm going to select, this is row, this is column 1, column 2, so I'm going to select from column 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, very similar syntax to Excel, 3 to 6 like a range. I'm going to hit Control Enter, and here you can see let me hit Control Shift and 3, and you can see I click on plots, and this is my scatter plot across all the numerical variables. So you can see how simple it is to transition from Excel to R with almost no coding experience and using the same concepts as you would have used in Excel, and then you can do complex statistical analysis to enhance your exploratory analysis phase. And then if you want to step into the machine learning world also, a lot of machine learning models are there. And again, as I mentioned, if you want to deploy them, you can always consider a language like Python, even though R is getting quite sophisticated nowadays. I hope you like this video. I'll be making more videos on data analysis in R. Do leave a comment on anything that you specifically want me to make, or what you liked about the video. Leave a like on the video, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.